Hey everybody, Pokemon John here, and welcome to today's video in which I'm going to discuss, can Perfect Order be somewhat investable? Are there any underliers that could make it pop off in the future? And this is very speculative and very heavily opinionated, aka in my opinion. So, as you can see here on the screen, let's get into this video. Clefairy. Clefairy in Neo Zero and in Perfect Order. Same card, just one in English, one in Japanese, obviously, right? Very beautiful card. And Clefairy illustration rare, not SAR, most likely will be hard to grade. Again, we will see in time. Very speculative, just came out, right? So we're going to see what's going to happen in the next upcoming weeks and months. So here's a Japanese Clefairy. PSA 10 is going for 110 bucks. Pretty decent from a $10 or less or more, depending on where you are in the world, price point. That is definitely a major increase, right? That is really good. And of course, Neo Zero been out for a little bit, for like a month or two. So it's kind of settled in within that price. And as you can see, I don't see no PSA 10s anyways. But here we got the price for the PSA 10. Now let's go into the history of Clefairy cards. Typically, historically, they have been pretty difficult to grade. I know this is base set, long time ago, right? But these hollow patterns on this card have notoriously been hard. Of course, other cards as well within base set, right? But talking about Clefairy here specifically, it's just a hard card to grade. And that's why they go for very high numbers. It is a popular-ish Pokemon. First Kanto. And they go for really high numbers, as you can see. Let's check out some PSA data. And the population, very low. Of course, this is shadowless, right? Even unlimited is still low. So again, that's why I'm just speculating on historical data, but again, modern time, so it's just very opinionated, right? Now here is Perfect Order Clefairy. This is $36. Obviously more than the Japanese one. Not hard-ish from what we're tracking on the internet, at least what I'm seeing. It's not a hard card to get. But will that make it worthwhile in the future for grading? We do not know yet. But with this price, it's not bad. You get it for a little bit cheaper. It is a great card to have in your collection. But this is an illustration rare. And depending on how hard or easy it is to grade this card, it could make the set a little bit more sought after. If it is a very hard card to get in a PSA 10, and these prices are cheap, right? For an awesome card. It really does look great in person. I picked one up recently. And here is the Japanese PSA 10, are the accent prices. 152 from Japan, 96, 90, 125, 100. And these are all other Clefairy cards, right? Let's click on one just to see what is the population like on this. PC 10, 174. Very low. Yeah, let's check out this flavor, right? They're kind of the same. Definitely low populations on these cards. Not decent, but it's an older card, right? So it's not out there as much. Reverse hollows are notoriously hard. So we already know that's going to be low pop, generally. That's 2016. So you see what I'm getting at. Again, very speculative. you know, heavy in my opinion. And then another notoriously, I won't say notoriously, but a challenging card to get in the PSA 10 is, oh, sorry, excuse me, let me go back. Here is what they are currently confirmed sales: $90, $20 delivery, 100 from PSA, 129. Again, these are the Japanese copies, so the English, it may be double. Maybe $300, maybe PSA 10. Yeah, we'll see. But if it's 129 here, kind of expect it to be a little bit double. So next, here's a Cleffa. I know it's not Clefairy, but Cleffa is still a hard card to get in the PSA 10. As you can see, the population is under 3,000 at this time of recording. But this is a hard card to get. Again, this hollow pattern is all hollow and very light. I was able to get a PSA 10. I was happy. I want another one. I love this card. It is just amazing. Hopefully you see it in person. This card, it's so reflective. Like, this is all light reflective hollow. Like, it's just really I was happy to get a 10. It's not easy. But again, it's not terrible compared to the PC 9s and the overall population. But actually, it is terrible, right? But anyways, and then Clefairy PSA 10. Oh, no. Yep. So typically base set first edition Shadowless, 250K. And as we conclude this video, I don't want it to be too long, but awesome card to have in your collection regardless. This is a grading play, and when there are hard cards to get in the PSA 10, it could make the sealed product rise up a little bit, right? But again, I'm not going to say a Clefairy is going to carry the set, but low population, hard card to grade, you know what happens. That's all I got. Leave your comments and likes down below. Come on now. And thank you for watching the video. That's all I got. Pokemon Gen out. Bye. Just take life one day at a time. Just know you are loved and God loves you. Because life is hard. But let's do it the best we can to enjoy life. All right. Pokemon Gen out again. Bye.